Hello, my name is Bruce McDonald and welcome to the Copper Coast near Bunmahon, County Waterford in Ireland. The Copper Coast was so named due to its history of copper mining and is a 17-kilometre section of the County Waterford coast. The Copper Coast is part of the European Geopark network with 30 members throughout Europe, all with unique geology and history. A geopark is a defined geographical area which must be managed in a sustainable way for the benefit of its residents. But the most important part of the history of the Copper Coast is the story of the people who took the copper out of the ground and mined it. Here at Tankardstown is one of the many copper mines dotted around the countryside outside Bunmahon. In 2005, Copper Coast Geopark, with European help, conserved this site as an attraction and a tribute to the men and women who worked in the mines in the area. The copper mining spanned 19th century, with some silver and lead finds earlier in the 18th century. There is some local history of copper smelting in early medieval times. At its height, from 1830 to 1840, 7,500 tonnes of raw copper material was shipped to Wales. This copper was of strategic importance to the British Empire for the cladding of wooden ships to protect them from tropical parasites. The fractured geology of the copper seams meant that eventually each mine would run out. The buildings behind me were moved 2 miles from Bunmahon to here. The chimney behind us acted as a flue for all the steam engines which powered the workings of the mine. This building, the winding engine house, had a small steam engine which drove a pair of winding drums. These wound cables up and down the shaft for raising ore and lowering materials and supplies into the mine. Over here is the pumping engine house, which raised water from the mine shaft to prevent it flooding. Heron's shaft was the main production and operational shaft of this complex. Headgear mounted over the shaft top was used to raise and lower timber pump rods into and out of the shaft, as well as to raise ore and lower supplies into the mine. Miners descended into and ascended out of the mine by wooden ladders set into one side of the shaft. Over the wall was the tramway winding engine house. This was used to haul wagons loaded with coal and other supplies up from Stage Cove, as well as to lower loaded ore wagons down to the ore processing facility at the end of the tramway. I hope this has given you an overview of the Copper Coast and its history. We look forward to welcoming you to the area, so it's goodbye for now.